Hello everybody and welcome back to another action figure review video. This time I'm going to take a look at the Mouth of Sauron from Asmus Toys. And I don't have any other figures from Asmus Toys. This is my first, so I'm pretty much excited to see what this figure is all about and what it can do. So first of all, let's take a look at what this figure comes with. Well, one of the main accessories is the sword here, which looks really good and accurate, and it's also pointy and made from die-cast metal. And then we have the scabbard here that you can attach in the belt. And then we have a sword gripping hand and an open hand. And besides that, we also have extra hands here, fisted hands, and open hand, and a hand to hold this accessory, which is the body armor of Frodo from the movie that Mouth of Sauron holds up in front of Gandalf and Aragorn to make them think that Frodo is dead. And finally, which is the main attraction to this figure, is that you have 4 different interchangeable mouthpieces, so you can recreate expressions from the very brief extended scene from the extended version of Return of the King. And these are really cool. And you can change the entire expression of the figure by switching out the mouthpieces here. And they are attached with magnets. And then we also get a figure stand here with the Lord of the Rings logo. So that's pretty much it. And that is, well, cool. Mouth of Sauron here has previously been released in a version where he comes with his horse, and this version is a new release, basically the same figure but without the horse. So it's called Mouth of Sauron the Slim version, and slim meaning that he has no horse. As far as I know, all the rest of the figure and the accessories are the same as the other release. But now you can get this figure and you don't have to get the horse, which makes the first set pretty expensive. As I mentioned, one of the cool things about this figure is that you can change the expression, and you do so by removing this mouthpiece here, and as you can see, you have a complete change of expression when you push the new piece into place, which is done with a magnet. And then you have an entirely different expression accurate to the movie. This is really cool. I like that effect. So besides the bloody mouth, you have a very well executed and sculpted helmet with nice weathering. And that goes for the rest of the suit and armor as well. As you can see here down at the bottom, you have mud and weathering also on his backside here, the cape. And as far as I can tell, this suit and armor is very accurate looking to how Mouth of Sauron actually looked in Return of the King. Well, as you could see now, the figure falls over, and that is a minor problem, because the articulation is decent, but one place where you don't really get any movement is here at his feet. You don't get the opportunity to articulate the ankles, and that is why the figure can be a little too difficult to balance. And let's just go through some of the basic articulation. You get some head movement, good movement at the arms, nice double bend here, and you also get good leg kick and single jointed at the knee. And as I mentioned down here, not much, a little though. Are there any downsides to this figure? Well, I think it looks really cool, but there is one major downside, and that is that the hands here, they are very difficult to keep in place, because the wrist peg is hard to reach. You have to push really hard to get the hand to in place, mostly because of this wrist armor, but also because, as you can see here, at the pec hole is very deep inside this glove, and it makes it hard to switch out and make the hands stay in position. Once you have done it, they kind of stay in place, but I think it could have been made a little more easy and better. But for now, I'm going to leave you with my opinion about the Mouth of Sauron figure from Asmus Toys, and then I'll sum up this review. Well, my final words and thoughts about this figure is that I think you should check it out if you are collecting Lord of the Rings, because this is the slim version, it's reasonably priced, and you actually get a lot with it. And I think it looks amazing with the interchangeable mouthpieces. So am I collecting Lord of the Rings now? Not really, but I am intrigued and interested in these dark, twisted, horror fantasy-like characters, and Mouth of Sauron is exactly that. So he'll look good among my other fantasy horror characters on my shelf. There are a few downsides to this figure. I have mentioned them in this video. If you can live with that, and I can live with that, then I highly recommend to check out this figure. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave a comment and subscribe if you'd like to see